Here in 2019, the threat of global warming is very serious and it is urgent. The evidence of global warming is around us every day, such as glacial retreat, rising sea levels, and global temperature rising. However, there are many ways to help and prevent climate change. There are many people who have heard about climate change and have never looked further into it. Global warming is the gradual increase of the Earth's atmosphere and ocean temperatures. This means that the entire Earth is affected by the changing conditions. The amount of information I have learned about global warming is crazy. Throughout this presentation, evidence of climate change will be presented in three main subjects. The previous mentioned glacial retreat, rising sea levels, and global temperatures, as well as ways to prevent climate change. Without change, the Earth's future is not clear. As more extreme weather than prior records show, global warming is breaking the world apart. The Earth's global temperature has been going up for the last 50 years and is a very serious threat to us. The Earth's surface temperature has been going up 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit every year. Scientists say that humans are the main responsibility for not only the shrinking ice caps, but also for the surge in extreme weather that has caused heat waves, forest fires, and drought. A polar bear standing on a shrinking piece of ice, apparently stranded, has become a familiar image as the symbol as the devastating effects of climate change. Images of polar bears on ice caps may be misleading to us because polar bears are powerful swimmers and climate change will primarily affect their access to prey. Nevertheless, researchers agree that even small changes in temperatures can threaten hundreds of already struggling animals. The Time of Essence, a 2003 study in the Journal of Nature and Natural concluded that 80% of some 1,500 wildlife species sampled are already going through signs of stress due to climate change. These changes can also affect life cycles of animals. Many scientists have agreed that global warming is causing a shift in the timing of various natural cycles in the lives of animals. Many birds have altered their timing of long-held migrations, reproductive routines to better sync up with a better climate. And some hibernating animals have been ending their slumber early each year, perhaps due to the warmer temperatures. These temperatures are being noticed in every state, including my own. Global warming has affected places throughout the world and right where I live, the Great Plains. The Great Plains have historically adapted to climate change, although projections suggest more frequent and intense droughts, heavy downpours, heat waves. But people can reduce global warming with the use of new technologies, community-driven policies, and the use of resources. Even the small shift in timing of plant growth cycles caused by climate change can mess up ecosystems functions and predator-prey relationships or food availability. Higher temperatures across the southern plains will increase evaporation, decrease water supplies, reduce electrical transmission capacities, and increase cooling demands. These changes will stress to the limit of water resources and affect management choices related to irrigation. But all hope is not lost. People are trying to stop or slow down global warming. Scientists have really just found out how bad global warming is, and there are people trying to stop this. There are more fuel-efficient cars out there to cut down emissions. People are pulling out electrical plugs when they are not being used because the electricity and that power mainly comes from the burning of fossil fuels. Getting better light bulbs that use less power, even household appliances that use less electricity. Solar panels are a great way for slowing down global warming because that power is 100% clean energy. Countries are watching big industries and are trying to cut down on emissions. The Paris Climate Deal was made up in 2015 and its main goal for countries was to make the 1.4 temperature increase to be lowered and be aware of global warming and cut down on emissions. There are 197 countries in the Paris Climate Deal, but the United States is not one of those 197 countries. When President Trump backed out of the deal in 2017, global warming is breaking apart the world. Global warming can affect our animals and it can affect the weather where you live. But there are things that you can do to help or slow down global warming. This is something that anybody can help with. People are trying to fix the problem of global warming. What will you do to help slow down global warming before it is too late? Thank you.